to gauge me loud and clear. I'm sorry. This is to my understanding, this is as we go along, this shall be an interactive session.
Yeah.
I hope, and I hope it stays that way. So, but before anything else, I should very much like for you all to fill me in on where you stand with regards to the French language, as it were, if it's not too much trouble. Yeah, that's way better. Thank you. My goodness me. Yeah. Well, needless to say, you shall be taking turns, and for what it's worth, allow me to shed light, to shed some light upon my upon my background. So, well, if it offers you any measure of comfort or solace, well, I'll have you know at this juncture that I happen to learn French, or I ha or simply put, I learned French during my sojourn in Switzerland. In short, in essence, I happen to be a native French speaker who bears an Indian name. All right. So, so enlighten me. Let's start off with Ria, then Dasari Mohan. So, and at any point, at any stage, should you feel the need, should you're unable to follow through, should you feel the need to interrupt me, please don't hold any qualms. Qualms as in don't hesitate or don't hold yourself back. Exploit me as much as much as you want. I'm here, if not for that reason, for that very precise reason. Yes, Ria, over to you. That's
Oui. Ok, so je m'appelle Ria. J'habite à Noida et j'ai étudié, j'ai étudié à Noida the Institute of Français. That's all.
très bien. Oui, je vous écoute. Dasari, Mohan. This is
Oui,
how your name
je-
would.
Mohan,
Yes,
je m'appelle Mohan. Oui,
in
actually,
French, your name. Je suis désolé de vous interrompre, de vous couper là. French, you're in French. If I were to pronounce your name, the H is dropped in French. That's how a native French would. Dasari
yes,
Mohan.
yes.
Mohan.
Yes, you can call it me as Mohan. Yes.
Très bien, oui, oui.
Oui,
Oui,
je
je
m'appelle
vous écoute.
Mohan. Je suis du Anantapur, dans l'État Andhra Pradesh, qui est situé à Anand. Euh, sur mes études, j'ai obtenu mon master en nanotechnologie à la Université Yogi Vemana. Ensuite, j'ai suivi un diplôme français à l'Alliance française de Bangalore. J'ai complété mon niveau B1 de l'Alliance française de Bangalore.
D'accord, très bien. Et, qu'est-ce qui nous reste encore? Kirti.
Oui. Bonjour. Oui. Je suis Kirti. J'ai complété ma French Nouvelle Veille de l'Alliance le français de Pune. J'habite à Pune. Et aussi, je travaille dans l'entreprise EXA. Je suis travaille dans le domaine comptabilité avec les clients français.
Ah, très bien. Donc, si je donc, ça vous pose pas de problème, pas autant de problème. Est-ce que ça vous irait irait si je prenais la parole en français?
Votre vocal est coupé. Pourriez-vous répéter?
Oui.
Oui, oui. Euh, j'aimerais bien que je puisse, que je prenne la parole en français. À
Parler en
mesure où ça
français
ne pose
sur quel
pas de
sujet?
problème. Non, non, en général. Ça veut dire tous mes cours, je vais les avoir en français. Or would you like for the medium of instruction to be in English? I would like you all to weigh me in on what you feel. Should I conduct the classes in French, strictly speaking, or in English?
Yeah, French would be great. Okay, because we can understand the things whatever you speak in French. Okay, if we didn't understand any words, right, any vocabulary, we will ask you to repeat in English the same thing.
Yes, exactly. So if you have any problem or any issues, we can at least come to you and ask you for the same.
Ria, euh, je vous ai pas entendu encore.
Oui, monsieur, they both are right. We should follow this.
Très bien. Alors, dans ce cas-là, oui, j'ai pas pu m'empêcher de remarquer. Est-ce que vous avez une idée, la moindre idée ce que ça signifie, remarquer, le mot remarquer en anglais? Parmi
Noter?
vous, aucun. Oui, enfin, oui. En fait, oui. Noter, dans quel sens? Noter, veuillez être plus précis.
Mhm.
Kirti ou Ria? Pareil, vous avez raison, oui. Vous avez bien belle raison, mais j'aimerais bien entendre les deux autres ici. Kirti, Ria?
Actually, your voice is breaking, so it's very difficult to understand.
Alors, je viens d'évoquer le mot en français, remarquer. À votre avis, qu'est-ce que vous pensez, qu'est-ce que vous pensiez que ça pourrait signifier en anglais? Je vous demande juste la traduction en anglais, c'est tout. Du mot remarquer.
Je ne
Est-ce que
comprends
vous...
pas.
All right. So, yes, Dasari, oui. Vous pouvez leur expliquer.
No, actuellement, votre question n'a pas comprendre.
All right. So I happen to come off eliciting or evoking a word in particular in French. Are remarque, as you see, I happen to have that, yes, remarque. So how and what exactly does that correspond to in English? That's quite a sophisticated, or it's not an unusual case or in French.
Okay, you are asking when we can use remarque
What
the
does it
word,
mean in
right?
English? Yes. What does
Remar
it? That French word is a word you shall be walking into or stepping into more often than not. This is a common word which shows up almost in any conversation, in each and every conversation in French. So, any idea, Ria, Kirti, Dasari, as you pointed out, Dasari, yes, note, to take note of. Thank you. Okay. Remarque is not to be confused. You know what? It would be wise, or the prudent course of action would be to simultaneously jot down points as we go along. Uh, otherwise, otherwise you'll have trouble, or you'll have a hard time progressing if you just stare at my face blankly. So, remarque, right, Ria, what do you reckon, or what in your reckoning, What do you suspect the spelling of that French word remarquer? It's a verb. It could potentially be.
Maybe the spelling is Remarca.
Okay. It's a verb. It's an ER verb. I mean, that's
Okay,
a heads up.
it's Remarcer.
Yes, almost. Yeah, you're almost spot on. Not, I mean, not entirely. Right. And if you had to take a shot, Kirti, if you had to take a random guess, whatever comes to mind, blurt it out. Feel free. I'm not the one who's going to be judging you in the long run. There are TCF, TEF, DELF examiners for that purpose.
Remerker.
KER, okay.
R
And the
E
sari?
Remar Quer.
Pas mal. Alors, tout à fait. Dasari, vous êtes le vainqueur ici. You're the winner, yes. Dasari. So, Ria and Kirti, you may as well take note of what Dasari just came off pointing out or
Oui.
eliciting. Yeah. Remar. The both of you got that
Q.
part right, Kirti and Ria, except it's Q, not K. It's Q. Q for Quebec. D'accord?
D'accord.
And Quebec, and then it's followed by U. Donc, Quer. D'accord? Remarquer, which means to take notice of. Now, the reason why I bring up or why I highlight or underscore this word in particular is because more every so often French learners, they tend to get this word in particular wrong. Remarquer means to remark or to pass along a remark. No, it's a faux ami. It's a false friend. Okay, it means to take notice of, or to when you're observing something. It means to take notice of or to observe something. All right, Dasari,
Yeah.
Ria, and Kirti.
Oui, monsieur.
Yeah. So I couldn't help but circling back to my original statement, je n'ai pas pu m'empêcher de remarquer. What do you make out of this sentence statement of mine?
Pourriez-vous répéter?
J'ai pas pu m'empêcher de remarquer que it's a very simple, I mean, B2, which verges or borders on the C1. J'ai pas pu m'empêcher de remarquer. J'ai pas pu. Okay, come on. This I'm sure you
Papier?
you can't get wrong. J'ai pas pu. 3 words. Kirti, you never know. I mean,
Maybe,
I understand.
maybe,
I understand. Thank you. Yes, Ria.
maybe it means I can't.
Correct. Thank you. I couldn't. J'ai pas pu. Since it's set in the past tense, j'ai pas pu, le passé composé, so it doesn't, it corresponds to the past tense. I couldn't, not I can. Can is set in the present
Okay.
tense. So yes, right, you are. You hit the nail right exactly on the head, Ria. Thank you. And right. So j'ai pas pu. M'empêcher. My fourth word in that sentence. And j'ai pas pu. Technically speaking, or if we're conforming to the highest of standards from a grammatical point of view, it should be je n'ai pas pu. No.
Oui.
Nevertheless, notwithstanding the fact that French, they tend to drop the NE in spoken. Okay? So, je n'ai pas pu, Kirti, I mean, eventually or ultimately turns into j'ai pas pu, the sari. All right? The no is dropped. I'm sure you must have stumbled upon such instances, especially you, Kirti, with your French clients, with no dropping, yeah, with them dropping no as part of their speech, yeah. So j'ai pas pu m'empêcher. M'empêcher is another ER word. The Sari, I have high expectations of you. Let's put you to the test. M'empêcher.
Mompe Sheikh means it's not costly. Sheikh.
No, it's M, then apostrophe. M apostrophe, then it's an ER verb. Come on, let's see if you can jog your memory. It's slightly, yeah, it does. I won't deny that. It's no secret. It's somewhat of a complicated verb. Wait, I may as well share my screen and are you able to see my?
Yes.
Oui.
Oui, très bien, parfait. Oui. Oui. Vous arrivez à voir mon écran? Oui. Vous tous?
Oui.
Très bien. Et les deux autres?
Oui, monsieur.
Je vous entends pas. Très bien. Oui. You might want to consider taking down notes, as I established earlier for that matter as well. The N apostrophe.
Notes.
Or is that? It's dropped. D'accord? Et my word, what it was, m'empêcher. It's an ER verb, okay?
Hmm.
So yes, the sari,
Yes.
as I pass the floor, as the spotlight is on you, is apparently on you. What do you reckon? If you had to take a random guess.
Je suis pas empêché.
It's what could
Je
it
me suis.
possibly mean in English?
Okay, I have troubled. I'm in trouble.
Correct. Thank you. Yes. So that's a near synonym. Correct. Right, you are. Spot on. Thank you. So empêcher means translates to I mean empêcher means to hinder. You understand the other to hinder something or to hamper or to prevent.
Hmm.
So j'ai pas pu m'empêcher. So here in this case, help myself. Couldn't help myself. Couldn't. Actually, technically, not to help myself. Okay. Are you able to follow through, Kirti and
Oui.
Ria?
Oui.
Yes.
Or am I speaking to the walls? I just hope that's surely not the case here.
No.
Très bien. Then, so if I now, if I were to associate the two sentences, as in stitch them together, j'ai pas pu m'empêcher. So what would that correspond to in English?
I couldn't help myself to prevent this thing like that.
So yes, you're almost there. Not bad,
Uh,
not bad for
I
an attempt.
couldn't
Sorry,
I couldn't help myself to prevent this
I
situation.
couldn't help. Right, that's all. I couldn't help. Yes, now you're getting there. Yeah, merci. I couldn't help but. Okay, j'ai pas pu m'empêcher. I couldn't help but. And what was the word? Let's Ria. What was my original word? My very first word before I launched myself into these remaining verbs and expressions. What was my very original? What was my first word, French word, with which kind of like set off
Remark.
in its wake?
Remarque.
Remarque.
Remarquer. Thank you. So, which brings me the remarquer. It's always pay and Kirti. What do you what do you suspect it must mean?
Suspect for
What do you suspect, as in, what do you estimate that this French expression translate to?
uh, I couldn't help to notice this thing.
Correct. Couldn't help but notice
Okay, but
that,
the thing is not working something.
and what does this mean? I couldn't help but notice that this is somewhat of a C1, C2 level. Okay.
Mm,
So is nothing short, or is nothing but I noticed that. Okay. Simply put, makes sense to you, the three of you?
yes.
Oui.
Yeah.
So, j'ai pas pu m'empêcher de remarquer is nothing but I noticed that.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, this does in fact constitute a C1, C2 expression, whether it be in English or French for that matter. And to my understanding, I happen to grace my presence only by virtue of the French classes that I'm taking, at least, or yeah, or at least so is the understanding, the idea, and the object I'm pursuing here. Yes. Let's see, right on the spot, if I had to, if we were to have at it, let's have at it, shall we? Let's dive in and let's just give it a go. So, what I'd like for you all to do here is just try to to conjure up elicit some on the spot sentences.
Okay.
Kirti, yes.
Um,
With
like
je n'ai pas pu m'empêcher de remarquer. Now, it can be, yeah, however trivial it may be. The point lies not in not in making it all ornamental. It lies in just getting this correct and getting this expression right, in mastering or clinching this expression. That's where my focus lies. Keep it simple. Keep the sentences simple while making use of this expression, French expression.
Je n'ai pas pu empêcher mon network uh, the virtual rendezvous virtual.
I'm sorry, you may have you seem to have missed out on remarquer here.
Oh, oui. Mm,
So I would ask that you reformulate
Yeah.
your sentence, your statement, for clarity's sake.
je n'ai pas pu je n'ai pas pu empêcher remarquer mon network the rendezvous virtual.
And what exactly is the idea that you're trying to convey here?
I did not notice that my network was bad in the meeting, virtual meeting.
Remarquer, d'accord. Right. So a better way of reformulating that sentence would be, I didn't notice that the network reception was terrible. Was terrible, or yeah. J'ai pas pu m'empêcher de remarquer que it's typically, or it's invariably, almost always, there are no questions asked followed by que. Okay, de remarquer que. J'ai pas pu m'empêcher de remarquer que le réseau soit aussi mauvais que ça. Lors D'accord? But here, let me allow me to make it lors de la vidéoconférence. What does videoconference mean, Kirti?
Video meetings.
Correct. An online meeting.
Okay.
D'accord? But soit aussi mauvais que ça. Technically, yeah, soit aussi mauvais. Oh, désolé. Oui. Aussi mauvais que ça is another C1, C2 expression. Okay. And what do you, and I'm convinced that many of you here, in fact, I mean, if not all of you here, must be familiar to a certain degree with what each of these words represents. Usi, Ria, what does usi mean?
We also.
What does usi mean? Also.
Also.
The sari move. What does move? I mean,
Move means bad.
bad. What does cur mean, Kirti?
That.
Cur. Sorry?
That.
Perhaps I misheard you. That, right?
That. Yes, that.
That, correct. And sa, Kirti?
Mm.
It.
Sorry? I'm having a hard time gauging you. What does sa mean? Sa.
You are, I think, Kirti is speaking in mute.
Yeah, yeah. It.
Okay, thank you. So, aussi mauvais que ça. In French, I mean, the French individual would typically enunciate it thus, aussi mauvais que ça. Not, yeah, I mean, however, nevertheless, to bring it down to your level, aussi mauvais que ça. Otherwise, in a single breath, aussi mauvais que ça. Can you see there's a difference? Aussi
We.
mauvais que ça. Aussi mauvais que ça. That's, yeah. But, so, what do you, Dasari?
Yeah.
Now let's dazzle me with your intelligence. So, Osimovixa, now that you're well, I mean I'm trying to ease you into this idea. So, what do you make out of Osimovixa now that we've established we're well aware of the words of each entity within this expression? So now if you had to put them all together, literally what does it translate to, this expression?
Also, it is in the bad situation like that.
Yeah, but I'm asking you to literally translate this expression. This is a
Total
C1, C2
expression.
expression.
Okay, total
Yeah,
expression like Jaipapu Mampeshe
no. The underlined expression. This is another expression. This is
Okay.
another C1, C2 expression. Osimovixa.
Also, it is that bad, we can say.
Correct. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes, Kirti. That's exactly what I was seeking. That was that bad or that terrible, that awful. D'accord?
Yeah.
We.
Ria?
We, monsieur.
Oui, t'as bien compris? Ou
Oui.
bien vous avez bien compris?
Oui.
Est-ce que vous êtes au courant? J'avais une comment dire, une toute petite question à vous poser. Est-ce que vous êtes au courant de ces deux expressions? Vous voyez tutoyer.
Vous voyez.
Tutoyer.
It's a very different sentence. Vous voyez tutoyer. I don't understand the meaning of toyer.
These are two verbs.
Tutoyer. Okay.
Then again,
I don't.
allow me to make myself clear on this front that feel free to speak your mind. At least I'm not the one, I can't vouch for the others here on the team, but I'm not the one, I'm not going to judge you. So you shouldn't necessarily hold any qualms. Qualms, I hope you understand that sense of hesitation that may overcome. Yeah. That you may be overcome with. So feel free to blurt out whatever comes to mind. The first thought that strikes you. Yes. You never know, you could get it, you could be right. So Ria, These are
Oui, monsieur.
quite, yeah, these might be unprecedented expressions. But then again, what do you make out of the first voyeur and voyeur? If we were to eliminate voyeur of the two verbs voyeur, voyer, what remains? Or what's left behind? Have a
Voyer
look at
means
take
means
no. I'm asking you to eliminate voyer.
okay.
Yes. What is the okay? Let's deal with each case on an individual basis. Okay. Let's start off with the first verb as as is on the screen before you. So what's the first verb, Ria?
Voyer, right?
What's the first verb? I'm asking you to spell it out for me in its entirety. Please spell out the entire verb. Spell it out.
Voyer.
Yes. And now eliminate voyer in your head.
It means
Eliminate it. I'm not asking
road. Okay, okay, okay,
I'm not asking you to give me its translation. I'm just asking you to
okay.
perform execute these actions
Mm.
as I'm directing you to do.
D'accord.
So V so what remains? So what's left behind after you eliminate voyer? What remains?
VOU.
VOU. Okay. Now hold that. Now with that in mind, hold that thought, and then now let's move on over to the next word, to the following verb. Now again, now perform the same action, same operation. What
Okay.
remains? Yes, perform the same operation. What remains?
TOU.
Is that what I've written?
Sorry, it is
EU.
TU. It is TU.
Hello.
Hello.
I think his network is lost.
He left the meeting.
Just wait a minute.
Okay.
Just a question that this it's getting recorded. So are you guys sharing it with us?
Yeah, you'll
Sorry.
get the
So
you'll
Okay,
you
get
okay.
guys
the session. Yeah,
okay, so you will be sharing it with us, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, hello.
I think there is a network issue from his side. So,
Okay.
yeah, that is enough for today. And really sorry for this inconvenience.
Okay, no problem.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. What did you say? Okay.
Je vous présente mes excuses. Yes. Et Ria,
Oui.
Kirti, vous êtes là? Vous êtes toujours là ou non?
Oui.
Quoi? Je suis désolé, quoi? Je vous ai pas entendu.
Pas de problème.
Oui. Oui, donc, Ria,
Oui.
revenons à vous. Oui, revenons à vous. Donc, c'était quoi les deux mots? C'était quoi déjà les deux mots? What were those two verbs which I asked you to retain or etch in memory?
Vous voyez.
Vous voyez and the other?
And the other one I don't. Yes. Yes. Tutoyer.
Tutoyer. Tutoyer. Toyer.
Toyer. Tutoyer.
D'accord? D'accord, oui. Donc, so, and remind me again, what were those, what was the result after you performed, as you performed those two tasks, as you ran those two operations, what were the two remaining, what were the two remaining set of words that were left behind? Ria.
Means I don't get what you want to know. What is remaining
I asked
after completing VOYER?
correct.
It is VOU,
Yes.
VOU, and it is
And here,
TU, and the next one
TU.
is TU.
Correct. Right? Makes sense?
Yes. We.
The three of you, the Sari and Kirti.
Yes.
Yes,
Now, what
yes.
do you make out of these? What do you make out of these? What have you learned in your previous classes about
think-
VOU? Okay, the S is kind of like implied.
I think this will indicate like two means you, right? First one will
Correct.
be, yeah.
Singular
Thank
you.
you.
First one is formal, second one is informal.
Thank you. First one is formal. Second one is informal.
Informal.
Okay. Yes. Now we're getting. That's the spirit. Attaboy, the Sari. So now, Kirti, now you've been quiet for a while. I mean, for a while now. So I'd like to hear a bit more of you.
We.
So now that the Sari and Ria, both of them, they have contributed. They have said whatever needed to be said. Now, if now it's up to you. Now I leave it to your discerning judgment. Now, what do you think I'm trying to get at, trying to drive at here? What am I trying to convey, express here through these ultimately? Kirti.
To create a sentence uh, with this set of forms like vouloir and tu, how is it, does it pronounce tuter?
Tutoyer.
Tutoyer. Tutoyer.
Wait, I may as well, yes. Pronunciation, rule. Tu.
Toyer.
Aye. Tu voyais. Vous voyez, d'accord? D'accord?
D'accord.
Yeah, I guess perhaps, yeah. So what I'm trying to convey here, so in French, so whenever you launch yourself into a conversation in French with a native French speaker, uh, and the other person, the French, as warm as they are known to be, the warm, uh, so the other person would typically then go out of their way to frame or to pose you this question. On se tutoie ou on se vous voit? This is the question that they typically. Yes. On se tutoie ou on se vous voit? Now, if you have to take a guess, sorry,
On se tutoie.
yes, the sorry, Kirti, Ria, makes sense. I hope now you're able to gain some, if not some sense of clarity now.
Yes.
So, what exactly did I just try and come off explaining here, describing here, Kirti or Ria?
What do you want to ask? May you repeat it?
Yes. So, what did I just right now with vous voyez? I've given, I've given away. So, what did I just come off at describing right now? What did I just come off explaining? This is just to ensure that you all are in fact on the same page as I, just to make
On
sure
se
that you're
tutoie.
following through. Yes. So no. So what? Just kindly explain this to me. This whole concept. Explain it to me now.
Like we are asking someone that how can I address to you, as you or as a informal or informal way?
Correct. Thank you, Ria. Now I'd like you to explain this to me. Picturing yourself as a teacher or professor, and I, the student. Likewise, the student. Explain this to
Um,
me.
Means I should explain this thing only, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
In your own words, however, whichever way suits you or pleases you. Yeah, I'm listening. I think of me as a dumb student. I have no knowledge of English or French. I'm like, I come to school just to kill the time.
D'accord. Je pense we should use vous voyez, tu toye at the place. First of all, I want to tell you vous voyez is a word, is a formal word. It means we should address someone by this word, like we ask each other, should we use a formal way to talk, or tu to ye means we should ask each other, should we should we use an informal way to talk with each other, like that.
Hmm. SB, you understand SB what it stands for in English? SB, what does SB mean
Is
in
it
English?
subject?
Somebody. If
Mhm.
ever you've had if ever you've had the chance to navigate, make your way to the Oxford or English dictionaries, I mean their corresponding websites, then there somebody is referred to as by SB,
SB. Okay.
somebody. Okay, so the
Okay.
definition of the verb vouvoyer means to address somebody using vous, and likewise for tutoyer, to address somebody using tu. So the next time a French person asks you on se tutoie, what is he asking you? What is Ria, I'd like to hear from you, because from what I can tell, this concept is a bit eludes you, or you still don't feel confident enough in
I
your
think he's
understanding.
going to ask us like, how can we speak with you, like formal or
How do
informal?
we address? Correct. Thank you. Yes, sorry. Ria, you understood?
We, yes.
So the next, so fine. Let's now we've we the both of us have immersed ourselves in a conversation. Now to break the ice, you understand the expression, the idiomatic expression in English, to break the ice. It
No.
means to get each other acquainted. Okay, we're getting ourselves acquainted with each other. And then my preliminary question is in French. On se tutoie, Ria, ou on se vous voit, Ria? What am I asking you in French? What?
You you want to
Yes.
ask that, should we address you by tu, or should we address you
Should
by
we
vous?
address each? Yes. Should we address each other?
Oh yes.
Yes. Or yes, you correct. Using tu or vous. Okay. And how would you respond? I mean, whichever way. I mean, how would you respond to both? I mean, to taken individually or separately. How would you respond to the first question, and how would you respond, like, in that light? How would you respond to the second one?
It depends on the situation, like who is in front of me.
Yeah,
So if
correct. Yes, but fine. If you're saying yes to the first question, how would you respond? We.
Oui, en dessous de
okay,
toi.
we,
Tu peux, tu peux to
The answer is in the question. Oui, on se tutoie. This is the answer.
okay.
okay,
And likewise for the second one,
Oui, on se
we on se vous
Vous
voyez.
voir.
vous voit.
okay.
Okay,
Okay.
understood, Dasari?
Oui, monsieur.
Très bien. Now, Ria. Oh dear, why is this
We,
one? Yeah. Sorry, problems. So why did I ask you? You remember how at the start, right off the bat, a while ago, I asked you. I mean, as I introduced you to this concept, do you remember how I asked you to eliminate VOYER? Now, can
we,
you explain me why I asked you to eliminate that VOYER, so that it then becomes easier to, just to understand it better or to retain it better in mind. VOYER means
yes,
to address. Yes. Okay.
we,
It's like a memory technique or memory aid.
yes, it is.
Fabia. No, every step that I pursue should make sense to you. Otherwise, there's no point. I mean, if there's no basis to it, then there's no reason, or it doesn't. It's not deserving enough to make its way here into my class. Okay,
Oui.
so that was a mnemonic technique or aid. Vous voyez means refers here. So far, so good. Kirti, Dasari.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I understand. I mean, yes, you are good looking in your profile photo, but I'd love to see you. Uh, I'd love to see how your looks in real. Yeah, sounds like that. Yeah. So Ria, which brings me to my to the actual scenario. On se tutoie ou on se vous voit, Ria? Now I'm being serious, okay?
Means what? What are you asking?
As I mean, as we progress or as we go along, as we progress through as we navigate our way through these classes, how do I address you? As tu or as vous?
If we it is vous voir. On se vous
No,
voit.
no, 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 no. Yes, the sorry understood.
Yes, yes, sir.
How do I
We,
personally address you? No, no, no. The sorry, you won't be around all the time, so she has to understand herself.
okay.
On se tout.
Leah, there is no right or wrong answer here. I'm asking you personally speaking. Now this is a completely on a whole personal level. How do I personally refer to me being the tutor here and you being the student? How would you want me to address you?
On se tutoie.
D'accord. Kirti, how would you want me to address you? I mean,
Also, to
and Dasari?
We answer to
D'accord. So now you understood Ria. There was no right
Yes.
or wrong response to that. I mean, maybe yeah. So now you've understood the concept. That much or now I suppose Ria and Kirti.
Oui.
I am going to. Il y avait. Vous voudriez que je prenne la parole en français ou en anglais?
Je
Prendre la
pas.
parole. Prendre la parole. What do you have you ever come across this idiom? Idiom you understand, right?
Oui.
Prendre la parole. What does it mean? What could it mean? What does parole mean? It surely doesn't. Prendre la parole. Qu'est-ce que ça signifie?
Subtitles.
Sorry?
Subtitles.
Subtitles is actually sous-titres.
Sous-titres. Oui, oui.
Sous-titres.
Means parole means any word or any speech.
Yes, you're getting there. Correct. You're getting there. Correct.
Okay.
Almost there. So what does prendre mean? Prendre, come on, is simple.
Prendre,
A1,
to
B2,
take.
A1, A2. Verb. Prendre means to take, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So literally to take. What did she indicate? To take speech. Okay. This is
Okay.
literally translated. So,
take
which
speech.
means to to launch yourself, oneself into a speech. Which is nothing but yes. Okay.
Sous-titre.
Yes. Sous-titre is an A to B1 word. Okay.
Okay.
Pronunciation is su.
Titre.
Yes. Yes. C'est bien noté?
Oui.
So I'm going to reiterate. Allow me to reiterate myself. Vous voudriez, vous tous ici, vous voudriez que je prenne la parole en anglais ou en français?
En
Vous,
français.
Kirti?
En français.
So what was my question, Ria?
vous voudrez. Should you speak in French or in English?
Thank you. There
Oui.
you go. Splendid. At a girl. And what is the grammatical voudria? The prenne la parole. It's an en anglais ou en français. What concept under which grammatical topic does this fall? The one that I've highlighted. This one.
Future tense.
Future tense.
Wrong. Think again.
Present.
I mean, correct. Present what?
Present future tense, like would like.
Present future. Wait, I'm sorry. Present future. My goodness, an amalgamation. Wow, this is a new line. Oh my. Oh, please. I'd like to stay. I'd like to stay back and learn all about this new language, which merges two tenses. How can you? Is this like a multi-dimension? You're in the present tense as well as no. Joking aside, sorry, it is present tense. Correct. Hint. It should give you away. It's not a great part of the solution. Voudriez, the French are known or have a reputation for being quite warm and polite. Polite. Hint. The hint is the French are known to be polite, for being very gentle, friendly, like the British. So, what does I said polite? Emphasis on polite. Ever heard of this grammatical topic?
conditionnel présent. Oui.
Ever? What is the
Yes, yes.
conditional présent? Ria?
Oui. Oui, monsieur.
Yes. Yes. No. No. You are present. Yes. I know that. What does it mean? What does the conditional présent mean? What does it mean? Or what? Tell me the deal. Weigh me in. Fill me in on the deal. All there is to know about it. All there needs to know. Needs to be known about it.
About le conditionnel présent.
Oui. In a sentence, keep it short, keep it succinct, keep it brief. Yeah. Define that grammatical concept to me in a sentence or two.
Okay. Um, I don't get it properly, but let me try. Le conditionnel présent is a conditional present. We should use it in any condition, in any present condition which is happening right now, something like that. The condition which is in a continuous way, we should use le conditionnel présent.
Okay, the sorry.
Yeah, conditional present we can use when we ask someone like to ask in polite way. Like I would like.
Requesting
Okay.
someone. Requesting
Oui.
someone.
Thank you. Yes. So the conditional, yeah.
Oui.
I'd like you to pay closer attention to divert your attention, especially you, to divert your attention here. Used in context of politeness.
Okay.
Monsieur, j'aimerais, est-ce que the shopkeeper, in English I'm writing, okay, the shopkeeper asks, qu'est-ce que vous aimeriez? What would you like? Okay.
Oui.
What would you like? It's not. And as opposed to what do you want? Which one sounds better? Which one sounds better?
First one, what would you like?
Correct. What do you want in French is qu'est-ce que vous voulez?
Qu'est-ce que vous voulez?
Oui. Qu'est-ce que vous voulez?
It's not wrong. It's not grammatically. It is accurate, but it's not wrong. I'm not denying that. I mean, it is. It makes perfect sense grammatically as well. So that it is accurate. It's a matter of politeness. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, this one, it's as if you're throwing it in their face. What do you want? Just, I'm not satisfied with my job, or I don't appreciate my job well enough. Just get lost. Understand? That's how it sounds here. Qu'est-ce que vous voulez? What do you want?
Yes. It
And
is.
I just want to be over. I just want to be over with I'm a shopkeeper. I mean, against my will. What do you want? The first one, what would you like? You're inviting or you're actually engaging with the customer, with the potential customer of yours. It sounds warm. Do you understand? This is part of the culture. Okay, we're also now trying to ease you into the French culture, into a sense of French culture. Okay, Kirti. And Kirti disappeared into thin air. Oh, you're still here. I don't know. I don't know if Thanos snapped you and you disappeared. Yeah. Yeah. So, what did you understand, Kirti, by le conditionnel présent? You were right to seek, to ask, or yeah, to ask someone.
Is to request someone. Like, for example, your
Request, correct.
shopkeeper is asking when we go to the shop and he's asking that what would you like to take or what you want. That is
Yes.
what he's politely asking to us.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. So far, so good, Ria.
Yes, it is.
Dasari and Kirti, I mean, if it's not too much trouble, it's not too much of an imposition. Dasari,
Yeah, it's good, sir. Understandable.
if it's not, no, if it's not too much of an imposition, I should like for you to grace me with your cashing face. Yes, thank you. Way better. Yes. So run it past me. I'd like for each one of you to take turns and run past me as to what all I've covered in this singular session. Let's start off with who would like to go first? Who is bold enough or daring enough? Dasari, how about you?
Sir, actually, okay, I don't know. Other guys also facing the same issue while speaking, right? Some noise is coming, so I'm unable to hear you. What you were asking?
Exactly. There is
Is that
some
so?
noise of the air passing around, or maybe some fan or ventilation. So it's hard to understand that what exactly you're saying. I think
I
we
think,
are. I'm so sorry, but is the fan around you?
Wait, let me turn it off. Maybe the recording should maybe can't you can't discredit or you can't fact that it's
I
being
think this.
recorded.
I think this thing is happening. If everyone is whenever speaking someone, right? It's happening, sir.
Yes.
Not
Oh,
only you. Okay, even some other guys speaking,
Yes,
right? It's
yes. The
happening. That's
background
how.
yeah.
voice is coming a lot. Like,
Now, okay, now we are unable to hear that noise.
yeah.
May- Now it's clear.
My goodness.
I don't know what happened.
So yes, fine. Well, that's sorted. That's out of the way. At least
Mhm.
I'm glad. No, apart from that, yes. Ria, what all? Fine. I may as well zoom out. What all did we cover today?
Today, okay. The first thing
Just to
which
gain some
we,
sense.
yes, the first thing which we done, je ne peux pas m'empêcher.
Correct.
Je ne peux pas m'empêcher. The first thing which we done in our class, it's all about remark. The next thing which we done in our class are two verbs, vous voyez, tu voyez, and after that we will finish.
I'm
We will
sorry.
finish about we
Forgive me for cutting you off. Tutoyer, vous voyez. What about it?
we
What are those? Are they like
tu voyez.
animals or insects? What are they?
No. They both are like to address someone formally or informally.
Okay, keep going.
Yes. Okay. And the next thing is prendre la parole. It means to take a speech or to launch oneself into a speech.
Hmm.
D'accord. The next thing is right now we just finished it, la conditionnel présent. The way
Sorry. Wait. Hang on there. Hold your horses.
we
What did you say? What did you say? Which conditionnel présent?
la conditionnel présent.
Okay,
It is la.
I miss. It is la.
La, la. Yes, it is la.
My goodness me. Wait, let's see. Yeah, this is la, right? This one.
Yes. Oh, it is le. Le conditionnel présent.
Yes, there you go. Yes.
Okay, that's my mistake. Okay, so we did it in last. It means the way we context something in polite way or any requesting way. As you give the example of shopkeeper here. That's all.
Très bien. The sari. What do you? What are some C1, C2 expressions you learned today that were brought to your knowledge that you were enlightened about today?
Yeah,
How
okay, we
many?
have let. Yes, I think most of the things we discuss in C1 level things only. For first, this one is tu toye, vu voye. These two expressions, whenever we ask someone how we can speak in polite way or like tu or vu. Okay, this can be a C1, C2 level vocabulary, and also this one prand la pahol. Set expression also we can use in C1, C2 level.
What was another one? There was
Other
another
one is first expression we
very
have learned like
correct.
je pupa pu mu ampashe do
Yes.
remarque ku. Set expression
Thank
also
you.
this expression also we can use in C1, C2 level.
What does it mean in English? If I had to,
I, okay, this expression mean I notice that.
that's all. Thank you. Keep it simple. Keep your understanding simple. Don't overcomplicate or don't make an ant. What's the expression in English to make a molehill out of an ant or something? So don't overcomplicate things. And Kirti,
Okay, for me, I think I have learned something new after long break, like two words which is remarkable and first. So which identifies the remarque, sorry, remarque, désolé, remarque. So two verbs I can say, and then I have learned how to address someone like on se toye, on se voye. So to respect someone and to be in a formal or informal way. Also, le conditional présent, the revision of le conditional présent.
très bien. Yes, and sous-titres, which
Ye-
subtitles, which
Yes,
was the Sari's doubt.
yeah,
So, but
Yes.
sous-titres is a very
So
is considered somewhat of a is considered somewhat. I mean, a low key word in the sense as in it's really a simple word.
yeah,
Okay, and you should be at this stage. It's expected out of you at least to have knowledge about sous-titres. Okay. The others, I mean, and le conditionnel présent. So next time someone inquires of you as to about the conditional présent, you shouldn't be your mind shouldn't be blank. Huh? What? You
mm,
shouldn't be drooling. What's that? It shouldn't come as a shock or surprise to you.
we.
So yes. Apart from that, any doubts? Listen, if you happen to have any doubts whatsoever, now it may be out of context as well. Now it can, even if it pertains to C1, C2, and if I'm well versed enough, then hopefully enough I should be able to come to your rescue and bring it down to your level and explain. So if there's any such word or expression article and there's this any that you might stumble upon, then feel free uh, to inquire of me or to throw it my way. Okay, to hurl it at me, and I should be able to break it down to your level. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yes, I shall be taking recourse. I shall be to a book from the next class onwards. Tomorrow also we have a class. I mean, so I shall be I shall be slipping in videos every once in a while. Do you know the names of the French and Canadian premiers? Anyone? Dasari?
No, sir.
Kirti, AXA, come on. You should know who the French president is. AXA, I mean, if AXA is a French company. Did you know that? World's fifth insurance, world's
Honestly, no.
biggest finance. Yeah, so AXA is an insurance company, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
World,
yes,
French. It's a French
yes.
company, and I think it's ranked fifth. So the French president. So my point being, Emmanuel Macron. I shall be slipping in his videos. I'm sure you must have in the past. You must have heard a great deal about Justin Trudeau, and he was pretty much slammed or mocked in the on social media and all. But that's not my focus. So that's I cannot deny his command or diction over the language. So I guess what I'm trying to drive at here, I shall make it a deal or make it a point deal enough to incorporate those videos, and there is a framework that I shall be adhering to, conforming to. I won't be acting simply on my whims. Okay, I won't be acting rashly. This was just to gain a sense of where you all stood. This first class of ours. So the next, and if there's one thing you should know about me, I don't entertain Hindi. And had it been my way, I wouldn't be instructing or I wouldn't be imparting French knowledge in English. I don't take nicely. I mean, I'm not welcoming or accommodating of English, yet here we are. So I shall slowly be transitioning to French. Okay. Any feedback, however negative or any, if you have to criticize me, please feel free to do so. And I won't take negatively to it. I shall take it as constructive criticism. Anyone? Dasari, Ria, Kirti?
Now, everything is very well. Everything is very good. We understand everything here, and I like
You
the
don't have
first
to
session.
flatter me. You don't have to flatter my ego. No, you don't have to curry favor. No. Honestly, at the end of the day, I won't benefit if you're granted tomorrow. If you're granted a French citizenship or Canadian PR, or as the case may be, I won't benefit so much as a dime. You'll be the one who'll be churning money. You'll be the one minting notes. So as long as knowing that I've done my duty well enough to impart knowledge, I shall then be able to rest. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Duty. Très bien. Alors, AGMA. AGMA stands for see you
Adama.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Adama, Kirti,
Adama.
yeah. So, Ria, Dasari,
Oui.
Please.
Oui,
très
Adama.
bien.
Adama.
Bonne journée.
Adma.
Adma.
Bonne journée. Pas mal, pas mal. Ria said bonne journée.
No, I
Or
said
Kirti,
No.
pas mal, Kirti, yes. Bonne journée. No, impressive. Alors oui, vous pouvez quitter.
Oui.